Maybe you can see better out this window. I'm not for sure if the screen's gonna mess with it or not. Will we focus through the screen? There we go. As you can see, she's putting on their homemade decorations on the tree. I don't know if they have anything else they're going to put on there, but a lot of times they take toilet paper rolls. They take toilet paper rolls and then they put peanut butter on, then they roll the peanut butter toilet rolls in birdseed and whatnot, and then they hang them on the tree. I don't know if they're going to do that this year or not, but just something for the birds to fly in and out of. So if there's not enough trees in the backyard now, but this is just, you feel bad when you cut down a tree just to put in the house for a couple weeks. So this is just another place. You can see the old tree from last year right there. That's the one from last year. But you can see there they've got some squash and stuff for the birds. There's bird feeders. There's some oranges on the ground, and you can see all kinds of bird seed on the ground because the birds are pigs. And they like to drop all their seed on the ground and then eat it off there. But there's a stump from the old apple tree. But there's a suet cake feeder. And I don't think, we don't use that small bird seed feeder, do you?
No.
We don't use that one. It's kind of just a place for the birds to land on, but
The deer usually dump it out.
yeah, the deer usually dump it out. We usually use the top one, and we only put about a scoop in there. You could put a scoop in there, it's gone in a day. You can fill it full, and it's gone in a day. So, to make the seed last longer, we just put about a scoop in there. Because it seems like the birds like to go and drop all the seed on the ground and eat it off the ground, so
The ground feeding birds like that though.
yeah.
That's keep cats away.
But we put that pine tree in the backyard for the birds to fly in and out of. The cats know that the birds are back there and like to give them a lot of grief, so that pine tree is just this kind of a safe haven for the birds. But yeah, that's how we recycle our Christmas trees. I don't know how well it's gonna focus on that, but you can see there's popcorn and cranberries, and I don't know if birds really like cranberries, but apparently the girls think so. So yeah, this is sitting from the kitchen table, so we get to see this in the backyard. Anyhow, so that's what we do with our Christmas tree. What do you guys do with yours when you get rid of them? Burn them? Pile them out in the brush? You know, in a couple years, they'll probably get thrown in the brush pile and burnt. Usually after a couple years, I take them out and throw them out in the brush pile out in the other woods with the other stuff that I've been cutting down. Just so they're not quite as big of a mess in the backyard. But we are looking to cut a lot of that birch and stuff out of there just to open it up so more sunlight hits the backyard in the wintertime. So we'll leave a couple of them birch trees but thin it out. So it's nice putting the pine trees back there after we're done. After we're done with them in the house. Put them out there for the birds. So, and it's fun watching the birds. I mean, sometimes there's, I don't know if the camera's going to focus through there. You can see a woodpecker out there working on a suet cake. And there's a lot of birds. Certain times of the day there'll be 100 birds out there at one time. And see, now she's not in the backyard, so the birds are all coming back. And we don't feed them year round. There's a female cardinal. We don't feed them year round, so they don't really get used to us being out there. But in the summertime, there's normally enough for the birds to eat. It's the wintertime when the birds really need something to eat, you know. Us putting out bird seed, so So yeah, that's the wife's entertainment. She has this, so her the sink has a heat duct right underneath it, so she can stand there at the kitchen sink and do whatever and have hot air blowing on her toes and sitting there looking out the window at her birds. So, anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys. There's a male. Normally there's about 10-15 blue jays out here and they like to fight with everybody. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let us know. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. And hope you have a great day.
Okay, so I got my birdie treats all done up out there. Now our Christmas tree looks pretty outside as it did inside. And as Brad said, the birds are kind of my thing. I just started feeding them just a few years ago. I don't know, for whatever reason, it just makes winter a little bit more enjoyable for me. They're all kind of slowly starting to come back now. When I was out there putting bird feed in that feeder, the little chickadees were just over right over on that lilac bush, and he's talking to me. Kind of enjoyable. It's like they're just waiting. Oh, here she comes. She's gonna feed us. Well, anyway, this morning started off a little chilly, about 5 below zero, and thought everything is going fine, and then all of a sudden go to make coffee and there's no water, and so Brad comes back in and our ball house pipes are frozen. We have two 250 watt heat lamp bulbs in there, and we have one set on thermostat for backup, and for whatever reason when the one burnt out, the other one did not turn on. So we didn't have water for a while this morning, and just kind of reminded while I was sitting there waiting for water just how lucky we really are, how many things we take for granted, all the things that you think that you need to do if you don't have water that you weren't prepared for before. And so while I was waiting for water, I thought, yeah, I think I maybe just take this time then to have a little bit of one-on-one time with the big man upstairs, and happened to be looking out at the birds and everything and thinking they don't even have a care in the world. They know that they're going to get fed and they don't have to worry about anything, and we ultimately should maybe just take a little lesson from them and not worry about as much stuff either, because basically it always works out, right? It's reminded me of a verse that I was frantically looking for because I had heard it and I knew part of it, and I thought I just need to find it and read the whole thing, and basically it's in Matthew chapter 6, and talks about, look at the birds of the air, they do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? And I thought, isn't that the truth? You can worry about everything and it's not going to do a darn bit of good. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. And I thought, yep, Kay just needed that little reminder about faith and worry, and thinking about my little acronym that a fellow nurse told me once at work, that faith stands for all I trust him. And thinking about the new year and all of the things that you want to do to make your water work better or get extra projects done and hope that the crops are going to do okay and all the animals calve without any issues and whatnot, and then stopping to think about the fact that farmers really are either perpetual complainers and or perpetual optimist, because no matter what happens, you're always thinking that next year is going to be better. Everything next time around is going to be better. Either that or we're really good gamblers. I don't know, because taking off a lot of chances on things. But then you can turn that around into positive and say, well, maybe it's just that positiveness that really truly is faith. Whether you believe specifically in God or not, I think that farmers in general probably believe in a little bit of a higher power, because they realize that with nature and everything else, that there are just some things that are completely out of your control. So for those of you who are, doing your balance sheets for the upcoming year, getting ready to talk to the banker and all that type of stuff, getting your taxes done and all that, thinking about financial things, try not to worry about it. Everything's all going to work out. Hope everybody has a good day. You enjoyed the video. Sorry for my rambling. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.